Morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut here with Bobby Atkins, and we are the Veterans Edition of Real Estate Jerky. Thanks for being here, Bobby.
Thank you as always, Ed.
Oh, my pleasure. We didn't talk about this earlier in the week, but housing inventory is, what was the words they used? Housing inventory growth slows to a halt. So they went nationwide. They went from 566,882 to 566,941, which is exactly 59 listings.
Yeah.
So normally at this time, there's a negative. It goes down. And I said last week, I saw that was what happening because we went only up half of what we went the week before. Now we only up 59. Yeah. I guarantee you next week we're going down. So normally at this time we would go, like last year at this time, we went from 575,000 to 572,000. See the difference?
Yeah.
And in 2015, we had 1.35 million.
That's
That's our normal. So what is that telling you? It is, if you have a house, you want to sell it, now's the time to sell it. People will buy it.
Yep.
But price it right and clean it up so you'll get everybody in it.
Exactly. You got to get everyone within the first 2 weeks, and if you can get an offer within the first weekend, even better.
Right.
Kind of depends on the neighborhood, right?
Right. And so if you're a veteran selling your house, just clean it up so that everybody can write an offer on it. That's all I'm saying. And if you're selling a house, just make sure you take care of, any little, we talked about this before, any little marks that are in paint, the paint's not there. Can't even think of the word I'm looking for. One of these, got to start all over again, I guess. No, I'm just kidding. When you have door, there's missing paint, bare wood. That's the word I was looking for, bare wood. You have to cover that for VA stuff. That's about the only issue, because pets is not an issue for short form. I've had so many people reach out to me about the short form. They never heard about it before.
Yeah.
And it's the best thing to do, because then you don't have to worry about it with a loan. We don't care. VA doesn't care. Anyway, we beat that before. So what do you want to talk about?
Well, I was going to say, just kind of what I'm seeing in the market lately. I know you do a market update with Mike Kelly, but
I deal with a few people, but
I know.
Yeah, daily.
Yeah.
But it's a matter of what, and everybody sees something totally different. Francisco Rubic, obviously, he deals with a lot of investors, and he says that even they started pulling back, and now they're doing more, right?
Yeah.
I see more of the apartment stuff going now more than anything else. That would be 5 units and above.
Yeah.
And what most people don't realize, Fannie Mae has a program for that.
Yeah, that's the one though where you have to live in one of the units, right?
No. No, I'm talking in general. Like if you wanted to do apartment complexes, right?
Oh, okay.
You're more. So the one you're talking 1 to 4 units is the normal, things that is the normal Fannie Mae. Fannie Mae has a program, which most people don't realize, for buying apartment complexes.
Oh, okay.
So, because the thing came out last week about there was an issue with pre-look and all this stuff, and it was only for those programs, which most people don't even know about. So the thing you just said was about the 5% down on duplex, triplexes, and fourplexes if you're going to live there.
Now, I would imagine there's probably 20% down if you're buying an apartment complex, or is it
just
different?
Depends. It depends on the situation. You have to look at all the numbers.
Yeah.
So, but the one thing about apartment complexes is it's only worth what the rents are.
Yeah.
Where the difference is 2 to 4 units is worth what the value of the place is, not what the rents are. You follow me? There's a difference. And so if people keep the rents up on these places, it's not worth as much as people think they are.
Yeah.
So it's really important in apartment complexes you keep those rents up.
Well, I used to do a market survey at least once a month. Normally I did it like every 2 weeks, just to see what everyone else was doing. You want to make everyone's in competition, right? But it's a friendly competition.
So you just ask them, or you call as a potential tenant?
No. Just actually, we had a group email eventually where
you guys were in collusion. So there should be a lawsuit against you guys, just like the real estate agencies.
That was more like, hey, you guys.
That's like all the car dealerships for getting together. Hey, what are you paying for your trucks? That's what we're going to pay for ours. Selling them to you.
Well, I never thought about it like that. It was more like, hey, it's we're in friendly competition. You guys offers things we don't, so we can refer people to you if they're not really interested in our place, right?
Right. I get it.
Yeah.
Whatever works, or they might have a swimming pool and you don't, or they have this, or they don't. I didn't say you didn't. I don't know what you have.
Yeah, no. Actually, there's only one apartment complex that didn't have a pool. Is one across the street from us. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That must really be horrible.
Yeah, you know what? It was horrible for us, man, because
they would come over.
We spent half the time kicking people out of the pool. Yeah. Yeah.
You should just have them pay for a band.
Yeah, well, I guess
Start selling day passes.
I'm sure some kind of liability would be involved there, right?
They just sign a waiver.
Yeah, but it's funny. It's like I almost, I hate to say it, man, but I got some enjoyment out of it because I would let them walk across the street, come through our gate, right? Watch them walk up to the pool, and I had welded boxes around the handles so no one could reach over, but they'd try and boost someone up to hop over, and then I'd go out there and I'd confront them, and they'd all play stupid, and then I'm like, what apartment are you in? One time the girl's like, apartment 236. I was like, well, we only go to 184, so I know you don't live here.
Well, now she knows next time.
Yeah, I know, right?
184.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you could have been a entrepreneur and just like, okay, you want a day pass? It's $50.
Yeah, well, see, I got to think like Ed does, right?
No, that's what they do everywhere else. People have day passes.
Have a grift.
Because down in like Cabo and places that have really nice pools and stuff, you can come to the hotel, you can pay for a day pass and be there for the day. You don't get the room, but you pay to get, do the pool and all the other stuff. So it's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Then everybody's happy. A pass for $100 and it gets you 2 people.
Don't give him that idea.
Well, it would also bring more people over to see how nice the place is compared to where they were, right? So if you ever,
yeah, we had, trust me, we had a lot of people that moved from across the street to our property.
But back to since we're talking about apartments and whatever, so for veterans, they can purchase 1 unit up to 4 units with no money down, but they got to qualify for the full payment.
Yeah, that's right. You said they can't use any percentage of the rents.
No, they get to use that later, but they can't use it to qualify. And I just wanted to bring that up because we were talking about everything else, because I think it all has to do with them being able to buy as a veteran only with another veteran. But if you use the rents from it, that's technically not the same.
So have you seen many scenarios where that actually plays out? Because you would think that if somebody qualifies to buy all 4 units without any of the rents accounted for, wouldn't they just be wanting to buy a larger single family home?
No, because they want the rents to pay for the difference.
Yeah.
Right. If you buy a bigger family home, you have to pay the whole payment yourself.
I guess I'm thinking of it as a family of 6. I'm like,
well, that's different.
I wouldn't want to be sharing a wall with a tenant.
That's different. Most people who are buying these are not buying them with a family of 6. They're buying it 2 people. They have 2 bedrooms and 1 bath or 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and they're not buying them for their whole huge family. They're just buying to have investment property and actually have investment money coming in it. Because if you can get somebody else to pay $2,500 towards your stuff a month and your payment's $4,000, that's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what it's about long term, so that you don't have a payment. And I get it. I understand what you're saying.
No, I just wondering, man, because obviously on the lending side, you see all kinds of different scenarios.
Right. No, I had somebody buy a duplex last time, and he qualified for the whole thing without the but we had to wait because he was getting his disability and other stuff was upping. We just had to wait 60 days for that to happen.
Gotcha.
And then he was getting a huge lump sum, and he decided he wanted to do this with it and that with it. It just, you have to, again, run the numbers. And today, with the rates where we are now, you really have to run the numbers. And then you have to really be conservative on what they qualify for.
Yeah.
Until rates start going on the way back down more, you just have to be careful, because you can tell somebody today it's 7%, and then tomorrow it's 7.5%, or the next day it's 8%. They just don't qualify now.
Yeah.
And that's that. You got to make sure that these people are qualifying, that they talk to the lender within the last 24 hours or 48 hours when they write their offer.
Yeah, before you write the offer, right?
Yeah.
Not submit it, get it accepted, and then back out. Right?
Well, the thing is, but even during that period of time, while they're waiting for 3 days, right? 3 business days, rates could go up higher. It's a market where it is. Yes, you can lock it and shop, but it's a higher rate. So you have to do what's best for you.
Yeah, for sure, man.
And you have to just re-verify everything, is all I'm getting at. And be careful, because there's a lot more properties needing fire insurance, the FAIR plan.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's still gonna be up like in Tuolumne, right?
It's not just Tuolumne.
You even like down here in the valley.
If you back up to anything that can burn.
No kidding.
Yeah, you just have to look at it. Like Sonora, like this one place in Sonora used to not have it. Now it has it. And then other places, I mean, throughout, and it's all out throughout California and in other states now. because we interviewed a guy last week from Colorado, and they had the major problems.
Yeah. Did they have a lot of wildfires the last couple of years?
It just yes, they always have wildfires because it's Colorado, but it's just like, it's just not there. It's also in Florida. They got it within, if you got tornadoes, hurricanes, golf ball hail, it's got to get to a point where, the government's taking care of everything. They need to come up with their own insurance and make it cheaper.
Well, I was going to say, basically the insurance companies are, they're not want to take any risk. They're going to make sure that they cover their margins, so when something bad happens, they're not upside down. Right?
But they've taken a lot of hits in the last few years, insurance companies.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the game, right?
And the problem was during COVID they couldn't raise their rates.
Oh, did they have a moratorium on that?
Yeah, they couldn't raise their rates, and they weren't even looking at them, and they got so far behind on what the rates should have been. They need to increase the rates by 20-30%, and then they were told that they couldn't, and finally, you know what I mean? And so if they do a normal rate adjustment, what they should have been able to do, that's what got them hurt.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, I wouldn't want to be insurance. It's almost as bad as the mortgage industry.
No kidding.
Yeah, almost as bad. And getting closer in your industry because there's 2 more lawsuits, by the way.
Oh, yeah? Tell me about them, because I haven't heard about those yet.
The first one about, right?
Yeah, the commission, the buyer's commission.
Same thing, but that one was a seller side. Now there is a bigger one as the buyer side.
What was the buyer have to complain about the seller paying?
Because they pay too much. It's collusion. They think you all work together for collusion, for pricing and all that stuff. It's just the DOJ, everybody gets involved and make this go away. But there's 2 of them, and then there's another one in South Carolina. So
gotcha.
It's just, once there's a verdict, everybody comes out. Okay, it's our turn.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, I listened into kind of it was like an hour-long summary of what the case was about.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady that was doing the little seminar was saying, in California, it'd be really hard for somebody to not understand, the seller not to understand what they're paying for and how much, right? Because it's on the first page of the contract,
right?
So
yeah, but Missouri changed their contract.
Yeah,
but they're going with whenever there's transactions that happen, right? And that's the thing, is that South Carolina must have something different. And the issue is the last lawsuit doesn't include NAR, but the other ones do. So. But
Gotcha.
One's from the buyer's side, because the buyer's like, I'm paying too much for this place because they got to pay a commission. Well, do you want to pay the commission? Yeah. So here's what Europe, buyers pay their own commission. That's just, but it gets to a point where not many people can afford, right? Because they don't have the money for it. And that's the difference. I was listening to somebody, and we're slowly taking away the affordability for the average person to own a home, and it's not going to come back. We're going to see more and more non-middle class, and you're going to see less and less people be able to buy down in that price point, and only the affluent will be able to purchase the way we're going. Because if someone else said if rates drop drastically, we would see 20 something offers on a property, and the values would go up by 20, 30, 40% again. I can see that because we haven't built any homes. So.
Yeah, and you're talking about middle class folks. I had a police officer, and his wife was a school counselor, and it was a struggle for them to get approved.
Mm-hmm. You got to make over $115,000 to buy a $400,000 home.
Yeah,
and most people in our area, that's not really a great neighborhood.
Well, and those aren't like entry level jobs. We're not talking about people that just started working at McDonald's part time. It's like. Yeah,
we make $22 an hour, dude.
Is that what is paying now?
Yeah, because I don't know if you've ever been to the hospitals, but they have the MAs, right? The medical assistants.
Mm-hmm.
In certain counties, they can't even get them to work as MAs. They're working at McDonald's, and they're working at In-N-Out because they're making $20-some an hour more. Yeah.
So they automate it, right?
Well, I
don't think In-N-Out
will never be automated.
No, but McDonald's is definitely.
They're getting there.
I mean, gosh, even Taco Bell now you put your own order in. Have you been to Taco Bell lately?
Mm-mm.
You go in, there's a little.
Or at least I'm saying I'm not.
Okay. Not gonna
My wife watches this.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But there's a little kiosk, and you just put in your order, and then you wait, and then someone just brings it out.
Well, that's how McDonald's is. My wife's like, last time I showed her, she goes, "Oh, this is the greatest thing." because she gets tired of waiting for people.
Mm.
What's my order? What do you want? You've been standing here for 10 minutes before the other 3 people went through. You don't know what you want.
Yeah.
That's why I got tired of Starbucks, because it was like, can I have a line? Can you have 2 lines? One who know what the frick their orders are, and the other ones who want to stand there and change it multiple times.
You know what? Since we're on the topic of food, just because this came up, did you know A&W downtown is
closing?
Yeah,
I heard that.
Super sad, man.
Yeah, that's been around for probably no one goes there anymore.
Well, I take the kids there like once every few months because it's so dang expensive, you know.
Yeah, I remember the kid that was like Daddy Burger, Papa Burger, Mama Burger.
I got the spicy Papa Burger the other day.
Yeah. But I mean, I haven't eaten there in probably 16 years. It's really the location. Nobody comes that way anymore, right? I mean, during the day they do, but on weekends and when you're family, that's not really. It's just the location is not the greatest location anymore. It was great back in the day because that's everybody cruised down that way and went up. Yeah, that's too bad.
They still have like the Elvis impersonators and stuff like that
on the weekends.
Yeah. On Friday nights. Yeah,
that's too bad.
So if you're looking to buy a failing business, Ed, there's one right there.
No, thank you. No, I don't need a restaurant to fail. I saw the other day the franchisees were looking for somebody to do a Chick-fil-A here. That would be popular. Yeah, just not on Sunday. Yeah, well, I mean, gosh, they're closed on Sunday. I know, man. Christian-owned organization. Well, I'm just saying, yeah. Don't try to eat on Sunday. Yeah, it was funny because every time we go on a trip down to Baker's, when we first would find them down that way, right? Mm-hmm. We'd always be on a Sunday. It's like, see, back east, man, they're all over the place, dude. So like Chick-fil-A, there was no line. Out here, though, we like one day my wife wanted some. We were driving past Manteca, and so I got off the freeway, and I was like, I don't think so. This looks like an amusement park. They had to like zigzag through the parking lot, and I was like, go inside, it's faster. I guess. Yeah, right? But you're right. But it's just like In-N-Out. It's always crazy. Yeah, right. I know. And they have In-N-Out one freeway exit away, and they're both crazy. They're always been. Yeah, they're In-N-Out. I'm from Southern California. When I was down there for 20 years, and In-N-Out's always crazy. Yeah, always. It was, some of those had huge 2 lanes through them for In-N-Out down there. Yeah. It just. Now I'm hungry. All right. We'll go get In-N-Out for lunch. Yeah. All right. I don't know if we got much VA in today, but we try. The veterans eat. They like food, right? Yeah, so I think so. Okay. Yeah, I've seen the medical reports. Yeah. All right. Make it a great day. Thanks for being here, Bobby. All right. Thanks, Ed. All right. Thank you for watching. If you need any help at all, you can reach Bobby at 209-550-1087. That's 209-550-1087. Reach out to me at edparcaut.com. And if you want a copy of my book, go to getedsbook.com. Getedsbook.com. All right. Make it a great day. Thank you. All right. Bye.